This show would not be possible without the generosity of our sponsors, like MedSpa Deluxe LA, Prospectors Federal Credit Union, Suburban Water Systems, and Massage Envy.
We would also like to make mention Plaza Westcovina, and also Munoz and Munoz Attorneys at Law. So if you need a lawyer, criminal law, personal injury, accident, motorcycle accident, make sure you call Munoz and Munoz Attorneys at Law. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Connect Now. All right, so we have a special guest. That's why Monica is behind me right here. Oh,
Behind you? You mean next to you?
Next to
what
me.
do you mean
Sorry.
behind you?
No, you're
Never
behind
you.
Oh, whoa. She's next to me. Yeah, we stay next to each other because you have to do that. Yes, I understand. Sorry, Monica.
Yeah, they took my seat today. I decided to gift it to the guests.
Yeah, so we have a special guest. I hope you guys liked the last episode. It was amazing. We're getting a lot of great feedback. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel, and also follow us on all our social media platforms as well, okay? So, who do we have, Monica? Or should I introduce him?
I really love his name. I think he just has that stage name.
That stage name, my God.
Yeah, at first I couldn't believe it, but just let me do the pleasure, please.
Okay.
You know, because...
Aiden, don't go to him yet until she says the name so people think that it's the real one.
And I hope I get it right, because if I don't, then I'm going to get dinged the whole day. So thank you so much for joining us. Today we have Mark Anthony. Yes, everybody, Mark Anthony.
We have Mark.
The original.
The
real one.
The original Mark Anthony.
I can't wait to put that in the description. Special guest Mark Anthony. People are going to be like, what? They have Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
Like, no, not that one.
No, not that one. Not that one. The one that got darker skin. That's the one. Yeah.
And no tattoos. You have no tattoos, right?
No tattoo. Well, that is the new tattoo. No tattoo is the tattoo.
You are just the tattoo. You're the
I am the tattoo.
Okay, I'm not getting this.
It was nothing. We're just really just.
We're just.
it was nothing. It was actually nothing. We're just.
Okay.
I should be used to it by now. That's what you guys have been doing for the past months since I've met you guys.
So Mark Anthony, a good friend of ours,
Yeah.
a good friend of mine as well. I've known you for a very long time. You've mentored me in a lot of stuff, especially business.
Appreciate that.
And met you through one of our mutual good friends, Kyle Circle, and through there, you know, so it's always been a business type thing because I've always wanted to know more and more about business. So every time I wanted to know more, people would introduce me to different people, and then Kyle introduced me because you were mentoring him as well. And so, Mark Anthony, you're in the film industry. You actually right now you're in reality TV.
Reality TV.
What this is reality.
This is like. Well, look at it.
Is this a little bit of it?
I mean, you know what? I see this and it's like this is beautiful.
Stop looking at yourself.
I mean,
he's looking at himself the whole time.
No, I love looking at myself.
But you're behind.
Your camera guy's great. Your tech guy. Look at all these lights, camera, action.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. No.
I know.
set.
You know what you should bring me next time, since
that?
you are, in production. One of those things that say,
Oh yeah,
the clapper.
yeah,
The clapper.
the little clapper
Yeah,
thingy.
that would be
But,
great.
no, it was really a pleasure for me meeting you. I did not know that you did all the stuff that you do. I only thought that Mark Anthony was this businessman who was going to come and had all this great advice, which you did, about how to become a millionaire.
Yes.
And so when I met you, I had no idea that you did, that you do all the great things that you do,
TV
with productions and all the stuff that you do that we're going to hear about. So I just been finding that you're quite a guy.
Thank you.
So,
Okay.
briefly, just describe what exactly do you do so the audience at least knows that.
Well, we're film and television, primarily in film, post-production finance. So that gives us the ability to help either clients or individuals being able to invest into film. Obviously, post box office films, and so they like to do that. And then on the other side is that it's reality TV. So we deal with reality TV with product placement, product branding, and product sponsorship, so people can understand how to take their business, put it inside of reality TV, and then expand that brand. And so a combination of those two verticals allows us to be able to understand what's going to happen in the future for potential brand owners. So brands is where it's all at. It's really, it sounds like a really kind of like a lot of sophisticated words, but in reality, you're just helping a brand to brand. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're helping a brand to brand.
Cross promotion.
Yeah, that's what you can call it.
Cross promotion.
Wow.
And
Give
so-
me an example of that. Like how would you I don't know, because I'm
Well,
trying to.
In television, in film, it's different.
Okay.
So in film, they cross promote, let's say Batman. So you take Batman, and most people, the parents, any parent sees Batman, and they go there. Their mind is on their generation Batman, but then their kid is disconnected from their generation Batman. He just knows the new Batman. So Batman doesn't necessarily need a person; it just needs a brand. So the Batman costume is the Batman. It doesn't matter what person sits in it. So that's what film does.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter who sits in the costume of Spider-Man or Avengers. It doesn't matter. It's that the brand is that cartoon character.
Right.
In reality TV, it's different. Reality TV, it's the person holding the product. So now if I hold it and I talk about it, then I have a product sponsorship. If I put it on the table and I don't say nothing about it, it's a product placement.
Okay.
So there's a different way to approach it. And so brands are they're very excited about how to expand their brand, especially in a social media area. Because social media is way different than reality TV.
Right.
It's just completely different.
Something that I noticed, and I don't know if this is related to what we're talking about right now, but I noticed that in some of the shows on TV, like Chicago Fire and that, they don't talk about it, but I seen while they're making their lunch or whoever's going to cook, I see Walmart, and I just see the bags.
See the bags.
Just the bags. I just see it, and it says Walmart, not directly like Walmart, but indirectly, and it's Walmart. And then I've also seen Little Caesars, like boxes of pizza, and I've seen it like a lot more. Like I'm noticing these brands, but they're not talking about it. They just like a quick glimpse.
Yeah,
they
do. And now they're selling in seconds. So you see a brand, it's in there for 1 to 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's 1 to 3 seconds is a long time on television.
Yeah.
So 1 to 3 top is about 10 seconds.
But I noticed it. It was weird because you would never think that people would notice it because the bag is so blue and it's right there on top of that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, there must be a sponsor.
Yeah. And they're there to trigger.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because as you see the Walmart bag, you're like, I got to get something. So that's the purpose.
Trigger the response.
Triggering
So
response.
it's the algorithm that kicks in.
That's right.
It's the triggering response.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so which gets us to what they call chasers. So chasers in television is what most people don't understand what a chaser is. So a chaser is when I take your kid, and I know your kid likes certain colors. So boys like certain colors, girls like certain colors. And so all I got to do is they don't got the money. But I need to get the money from you while you're busy talking to your girlfriend or your sister or your brother in the other room. But I know how to make that kid run in that room and ask for that product. That's called a chaser.
Oh, wow.
So I use the colors, I use excitement, and I use the image, and they'll get up and run in there and go, "Mommy, can I have that?" Okay, and that's a chaser.
Wow. That's
So the
interesting.
market is going heavily into that, and now that you have these mobile phones, now we have televisions all over the world.
Right.
And so now we're not just trying to. So I'll give you an example. So the old traditional marketing for television. So it's when you have a 28, 30 program, right? You have 30-minute program, okay? And then when were the commercials shown? So every 7 minutes, right? So you 7 minutes, Dallas is, I'm going back too far.
Yeah, that's way too far.
Wait, what? I'm
Popeye or something like that.
Yeah.
A regular show that's 30 minutes long, right?
Right.
So, when the commercial hit, everybody gets up out of their chair and go to the bathroom or to go
That's
to the
the time
refrigerator.
you go, yes.
Right. But only the big box advertisers were taking those. The Pepsis, your Dorito chips, your McDonald's, they were all taking those spots. But now that even though those spots go up in value, that's not where the money's at. See, in reality TV, the host controls it. So if I'm holding the cup for half of my program, by the time the commercial comes on, you go to the bathroom, but the real advertisement was in the hand of the host.
Yeah, the whole time.
And the host is not a actor. And it's not, a lot of people's conception of reality TV is that it's scripted. It's not scripted, it's staged.
Really?
Well,
Yeah, it's staged. It's, so
you
you
I've been
stage
a
it.
part of that. You
Yeah.
stage it, but
You give the topic flow.
You give the topic flow, yes.
but it's staged.
like
It's
you would come in and say, "Hey, I need this to happen," but they have to do it. Though.
Yeah.
So they have to.
But
do
yeah,
it.
you're trying to pull something out of him. So like, I'm doing a show with AKA Jim. Okay, just for example. Okay, so this is about fighters, about a coach, about a location of one of the largest gyms in the U.S. around MMA sports. So all you got to do is that if they're in the gym, you just say, hey, have a conversation. Have a conversation about your next fight. That's it. And then let them do what they do. And so they're going to say what they're going to say by reflex because it's the industry that they're in.
Right.
So I have a show right now called Cave Woman. So Cave Woman is about, now this one's funny. So she goes out in the middle of nowhere and buys a cave. Who in the heck?
What is the show called?
Cave Woman. Who buys a cave out in the middle of nowhere, right?
Well, I know definitely you won't see Monica in the cave.
Okay, who
Is there
does
flowing
that?
water?
Wait, is this for real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I've
check
seen it
this out.
on the social media.
She goes out. Okay, now she owns Airbnbs.
Okay.
Okay, so you got to think real estate. Okay, wait, she's in Colorado, so so you go out, and she buys this cave, and she doesn't tell her husband about it.
Okay.
She goes back to him and says, hey, I just bought a cave. I'm going to turn it into a resort. And basically turn this cave into an Airbnb.
What?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's turning the cave into
Wow.
Airbnb. So now the title of the show is Cave Woman, but her brand is Airbnb. So what we've done is that we've taken that and put verticals to that, stories around that you can tell and share, and then all the product placement is just around the Airbnbs. So it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. That's
But
cool.
but you got to be able to capture that. That's the skill set. That's where you have to have a good team to do that.
Yeah, and I like the fact that a lot of people. You're the second person I've heard saying this, and it's interesting because it's just that as we begin to evolve in social media and stuff, people use different terminology, but it actually still means the same. So you said the word we create verticals, but in reality, what it means is you're just creating reels, social media, Instagram reels. But the new term now is verticals, because it's vertical. The video is vertical. So when I heard you say,
Oh,
that,
now I get it. Okay, now I
Yes.
get it. Oh my gosh, yes.
Da-da-da-da!
Because we were talking about vertical ads.
be in the mic.
Yeah, we were talking about vertical mics, right? I mean,
Vertical ads, yes.
Ads. Okay, that's what it means.
Yes,
Oh,
and
wow.
so I'm noticing that, and I think maybe who's doing that and taking it now is the film industry or the TV industry because it's
You
real.
can see it on
It's reals.
television. They do
vertical.
they'll do the verticals, and you see the rest of the screen that is black on the side.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's intentional.
It's all intentional.
That's totally
to take
intentional,
That. So
yeah.
it's interesting because
It gives a more a personal.
well,
touch to
especially onto the phone. When you do it the regular box screen square,
Yeah.
it's smaller. So that's why everyone's going vertical because your phones it's a full
You got the full screen.
Full screen. You're utilizing the full screen, so they got to use the full screen. And
We are losing our sight quite a bit because of these stupid iPhones, but
Wow,
big phones. But no, those are pretty cool. They look a lot better than what normally like on a reel. Like if you just have like a regular, yeah.
Well, even like right now, what I wanted to do, and eventually I'm going to try it out, even with our cameras. Right now, our cameras are, as you can see, we're landscape. But I will be turning my cameras vertical and be filming vertical all of our whole shows, so that we don't have to. I don't have to convert it later. It's already done, and a lot of people are already filming like that. They're turning their camera sideways because it's going for social media purposes and stuff too. But let's talk about even that was just a little quick thing that I've heard.
So that was a little insert there.
Yeah,
Okay, I got you.
But let's talk about how the importance of branding and stuff because before we tried to get you here to be our first episode of the year, but you canceled on us. You always do that to me, so I was used to it. Like a stepdad who always lets down his son. Yes, I'm used to that. But
no, not this week.
but we were talking a lot about business because you do you do deal with a lot of businesses. You do deal with a lot of businesses that come to you for advice on branding or how can I make more money? How can I get my product out there? I mean, speaking with you, you've helped get brands into Walmarts and all that stuff. So we are a business association. We have a lot of businesses that we deal with. And the reason why they come to us is because that's why they come to us. They want help with their branding. So with you doing stuff, how important is it that they should be on social media? They should be, if they have the finances.
Well, let's talk. I mean, I think that if a person is not in social media with their brand, they're going to die. They're a dinosaur.
100%.
And it's not because I say it. It's just because it's evolved that way. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not my idea. It's just evolved that way. Because it's evolved that way, it's important that they find a location where they can connect to, where somebody with the experience can share with them on how to take their brand based on, on whatever their capital earnings are, and be able to do that with real results. And sometimes that means starting at one level and then going to the next level. And then maybe you'll call me 3 years from now and say, hey, this person is ready for this type of show. What do you think about it? And then we can look at it and say, okay, well, it probably won't make a show, but it probably can do a docuseries or a docudrama or a anything like that. So it all depends. But that's where the marketplace is going. That's where we see it at totally today. In fact, reality TV, we see it as is the next $1 billion. It's worth billions.
And I always tell people, because a lot of people always say, especially the small businesses, they always say, well, I don't need, I don't need to be on social media. I do just fine with what I have. And it's almost like they're settling.
Well, let me talk about that because, and maybe that, and let's say they do settle, but just for the sake of this conversation, maybe that's not your customer, and you just have to say, okay, my customer wants to grow their business,
right?
Okay, and the customer that I'm dealing with is looking at not them just owning it. They're looking at maybe their kids owning it, or maybe they're looking to do a buyout. I mean, they want to exit on their business. If the business today says I don't really want to grow, I don't think that's your customer. Like there's some people that will look at reality TV and go, I'm not ready for it, and it's okay. You're not ready for it because you're not my customer. My customer is ready for it.
Correct.
So I'm okay with that. That's just like a guy, whether he's in football or he's in sports, and the coach goes and say, hey, you want to play NFL? He says, I don't want to go. That's the interest in right there.
Yeah, if your heart's not in it, then
yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, because I always say, if as an association, servicing the business community with what we do, you're right. If they're not ready to go on social media, if they don't have a presence, how can I really help you? Why am I going to be beating myself down if you don't want to be helped?
Stop right there.
Right?
Stop beating.
Yeah.
Stop beating yourself down. Just be done. Because it's just, you when you're talking to them, and especially what we do, when we go through, our interview process is about 30 to 40 hours before you can even get on the show.
Oh, wow.
So we take them through a long process, and then we get a soft green light with the network that we're working with. We have 7 that we work with. And so what we'll do is that we'll talk to those EPs and say, okay, we have a good shot at this type of genre. Okay? And so if I'm going to, come back to you and say, okay, I believe this is going to work, before I get there, I'm taking you through an interview process to see if you qualify to be my client.
Wow.
See, I don't need you to qualify me to give you services.
Wow.
But I need to qualify you to be my client because you might not fit. And that's okay. You can go down the street and find somebody with MySpace.
Does that even exist?
No, it doesn't. But it was good to say it, though. It was good to say it. But you know what I mean? So they just ain't your client. They're your customer. So there should be minimized time spent with that. For me, when I look at a reality TV show, and somebody says, okay, I have a distillery. I do bourbon, right? So I say, okay, well, for us, our questions are really quick in the first half hour. So in that first half hour, you can't check off them boxes. Hey, it's nice showing you. Let's go hang out and buy some chicken, but that's about it. You go, we can buy a sandwich or something. You know, we can buy a burrito, but bro, we ain't going no further than this. And I'm okay with that because
we have to be okay with that.
Well, the reason why you want to be okay with it quickly, because you build a better bridge.
Right.
Because they're always going to say, I didn't qualify, but my boy did. You know, Monica told me that, and you know, she got straight to the point, and that then that respect level is there. So when I told some people, you just don't qualify for a show, they turn around and referred me other shows because they didn't qualify.
Because you're right. There's only certain businesses that here that we can help.
So you know, McDonald's don't get mad at you if you don't buy the cheeseburger. You just don't qualify. You just can't get it. You know, you just got to wait outside. It ain't coming.
No, that advice is really good, Mark, because there's you know, we welcome everybody to come in here and share with us what they wanted to do, what they want. They come in here and they share their dream because that's who we are.
But still, they come in here. The people that are coming in here are business owners.
Right.
That's what they say. Am I right?
Yes.
They're not saying I'm trying to do business. I'm a business owner. Okay, it's fine. Check this box, and check this box. So you checking these boxes. Is this going to happen? If it's not, then you know what you need to do? Maybe, I know they don't really exist anymore. Maybe you need to go back to SCORE. Maybe you need to go. You need to go in those directions until you're ready. When you're ready, I got you. But you're just not ready in this business model.
Yeah,
and that's simple. And on the way out, you know, when you find your friends or somebody that can fit this model, send them my way.
Yeah,
and when you get this, when you get here, when you get to this level, I got you.
Yeah, and you know what? SCORE still does exist.
Well, I didn't know that SCORE still exists. Right.
Yeah, it does. No, but you're absolutely right, because then you're beating yourself up and you're saying, you know, because I remember people used to actually tell me, they're like, well, if I sign up with you, what are you going to do for me? I was like, what am I going to do for you?
I call that the flip, right? It's called the flip. So in other words, you know, at first they come to you acting like they need your service. And then about an hour or two in it, they're like, you trying to beg for it. It's like, wait a minute, that's the flip.
Yeah.
Don't fall for the flip.
No.
Okay? Because if you let them flip you, what they'll do is, and when I mean that, what those listening, what I'm referring to is that they change the scenario as if you chase them. Okay? And you don't want that, because they'll start saying, well, maybe you guys should, you know, pay for it for me and then let me get a success fee. I'm just making this up.
Yeah.
But they flip it, whereas if they're doing you a favor, that's when you see that flip, you got to shut that off. You know, you got to cut it off, because there are people, because we have, you know, a cost that's associated with creating what we call a production demo reel. It's not a sizzle reel, because the sizzle reel in our eyes is a copy of another show. So in other words, you did a house show, and you want to do another house show, you create a sizzle for that so you can have a comparisons. But when you do something like K-Woman, ain't nobody did that. So you need a production demo reel which focuses on personalities. Okay? So when you do that, it costs. And if they can't pay the cost, then okay, well, you ain't for us.
That's right.
You got to go do something. I don't know how you're going to do it, but we can't help you. Let's go eat a cheeseburger or something. You know, we good. You know, I'm good.
Not like what you said. Let's go eat some chicken.
Go eat some chicken. Right? But it's you got to identify. There's only so many people. There's millions of people. I mean, what? How many square miles are we talking right here? There's like 15 square miles in this city, 15 to 20. Right?
Oh man, you had us do that.
Yeah, remember?
Come on, you always make me do the math.
Yeah,
I'm horrible
it's
at
about
it.
it's about 25 square miles. Okay, about 25 square miles here. I remember. So we're about 25 square miles, but out of that 25 square miles, let's just say, you know, how many businesses we got total? I'll say 25 to 50,000. Okay, let's just use that number. Okay, well, out of that, you know, I think all businesses need to connect. Okay, and they have to connect beyond a chamber. And that's just common sense. That's not derailing. That's not demoting the chamber for what they do. But they have to go to another level of connectivity.
100%.
Okay? So, but to connect, they got to know, here's what it takes you to connect. And if you're not there yet, then keep going what you're doing, and one day you'll be right here. So they got to look at it as a promotion or opportunity to expand their brand.
That's
So
right.
it gets right back to their brand. Like, what are you doing with your brand? Versus saying, what are you going to do for me? I don't even think your business is going to last long with that mentality. Their business is not going to last long. So the businesses, a lot of the businesses that will connect to go further into their brand, those businesses are already doing decently well. And they don't need to be, they're just like, okay, here you go, add me in the equation and get me in the flow. That's all they want.
That's right.
And if you got any resistance, okay, let's stop right there. Let's shake our hand, and we can get some chicken.
But one of the questions I want to ask, something?
Yeah.
Because one of the things that me and Monica and myself, we were talking with you the last time we were here and stuff, because going into 2025 was the ask. A lot of businesses, owners, entrepreneurs do not know how to do the ask. You know, we settle for where we're at. Maybe the ask scares us because we don't want to hear the no, or like the things that you're saying right now, and so we and we're talking about money, and stuff, because we generate a certain type of finances coming in, because
Sure.
we have our overhead, and in order to go after the bigger guys, sponsorships, because our whole goal is to get the corporate businesses and be able to help out the small businesses. But we need to survive, so we got to go after the more of the bigger fish. But in order to go after the bigger fish, it's a different ask.
Well, yeah, but first of all, the bigger fish, they have usually right after tax season is where they do their biggest, and with most of your big, I call them big box.
Big box.
Your big box that has anywhere 100 employees or more. So they won't even consider anything until tax season or September. They don't look at December. It's September or it's tax season. And so they already are primed to have a certain budget that goes into that. It's already there. They're just waiting for the right person to ask for it. Okay? And so when you deal with them, they're the ones that even we look at to do reality TV shows. So I already know they're sitting there. There's too much. There's plenty. Yeah. And you just all you got to do is, and you don't even have to be, see, a lot of people think that the sponsors are just looking for a profitable business. They're not. They're looking for a business that has meaning. That's what they look for.
That's right. It stands for something.
And it stands for something. And it has meaning. I mean, that's why they can stand behind certain things and do certain projects and stuff. And like, why did they do that? Why did they give it to me? Because somebody from there came in and proved that they stood for something, and they're okay with that. They're okay with and it's okay to ask for $100K. It's okay. That's they like to give me somebody who's gonna ask for the $100K. Not the person. Can you just go ahead and give me $300 to $500? What the heck? What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with $300-$500? Can anybody tell me?
Exactly. Especially,
I can't even put air in my tire for that. I can't even.
That's one tire.
That's just one tire.
That's one tire.
especially right now. Oh my God, yeah, no, it's very true. It's like I don't know. I mean, our mentality's shifting. I see it, and we're starting to kind of see things. We're starting to see the bigger picture in regards to businesses and business, especially after we've been doing this show for such a long time, and it's like everybody wants a piece, but they're not willing to pay, and it's like, we're not free. Do you know what it takes to do what we do? And they think that all we do is turn on mics and we just sit here and that's it. There's so much that goes into it, especially on his end. I mean, I'm fortunate I get to sit here and try to look pretty, but he
She working that boy.
I know. She's waiting for us to respond. Don't respond, Mark. Don't respond. She wants to say, "Oh, you are." No.
It's a marketing strategy.
It's a marketing strategy.
It's working. It's working.
Wow.
I love it.
Stayed quiet.
I know. I caught on to her. As I said, don't think. We both stood quiet. Like, and she was waiting for a compliment. No, you are pretty. Like, stay quiet.
Just
Mark.
quiet. It started working. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's too much. That's too much.
Oh my God. Okay.
She's crying. Oh my God. Somebody please get her tissue or something. I don't know. Oh my God. That's funny, dude. I caught on to you real quick, dude.
Because you know me.
I know.
That was perfect.
I know. Mark,
I was like,
we both look at each other like,
great opportunity. Let's go quiet. Set up. That was a good one.
I'm trying to impress you, okay?
It worked.
it worked. Just quiet.
Stay quiet.
We'll talk later.
Okay, I'll go into the next question.
Okay.
There's a question I want to ask because the stuff that you do, and
So this question is about reality TV.
this question is about
Yes.
reality TV.
Okay.
How fulfilling or how great do you feel after that you're actually doing this type of reality TV type work?
When COVID hit, you remember
Most rewarding aspect of your job.
the rewarding aspects. It's being able to take a project from conception to marketplace. And when you're dealing with a business owner, because reality TV is about business owners, it's just a different connect.
Sure.
Yeah, because all the shows that my team has produced over the last since I think all the executive producers that are with me and my producers since 2011, it's about 60 reality TV shows.
Wow.
So out of that 60 reality TV shows, Undercover Boss, that's one of my APs.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
Were you part of that?
Georgie Rodriguez, he's
okay.
one of my producers. Tracy, who did from ABC Millionaire Matchmaker, she's my story producer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jason Harper, who is a Nat Geo. He's also the creative director for Disney, so he's one of my directors. So all of them collectively have done some very, very, awesome reality TV shows. Coming into COVID, what we see is business owners want reality TV. So to answer that question is basically to say that what's rewarding is that when a business owner has a financial goal, wants to pivot is his product to go from say a local business to a he got local eyes. Say like there's 25 square miles here. You got those local eyes on that product, but that product has the potential to go further. So how do you do that in the most effective way? By adding social media and doing something different. You bring in reality TV, but you keep it clean where it brands. I know you keep it clean where you brand it a certain way, and so what happens is that when you do that, the right verticals happen with the client, and when that happens. They see 40-something million eyes on their product, and then their profitability goes up. So, and it happens, within a 24-month period. And so the investment that they put towards that is an advertisement investment. Okay. And so when they say, okay, I normally do this for advertisement, but I want to point it towards this. It's a pivot. And when they pivot that, and then we give them the odds, because remember, they don't pay us anything until we get a soft green.
Oh, wow.
Once they get the soft green, 75% of the show is done. The other 25% is on performance. That's why it's called production demo reel.
Oh, okay.
So they have to perform on camera. As long as they don't go duh 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 duh, pretty much they'll make it on the show will go green.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
Awesome.
that. So how are you picking the shows? Because I know, like you talked to me, I've been trying to work with this guy for years.
But picking a show, this is good. I like this question because most people say, well, how do you determine how to pick a show?
Yeah.
Okay, so all my experience in Walmart. Now, Walmart is one of the best places you can go to determine how to pick a show.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because Walmart has 25,000 square feet. At any given time, they have 142,000 or I would say 42,000, not 142, about 42,000 products on their shelf.
Wow. At a time.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So you-
different ones.
so you basically go in
different
there.
brands. So you look at a product that has the highest EBITDA table, or the product that's selling the most. Okay, so if there's a cookie, right, that sells a lot, or if there's a mechanical thing that sells, if there's clothes that are being bought by a dad or more than a mom, there's certain programs. There's just you can see that Walmart sets the table for that. Okay,
Interesting.
so
Very interesting.
what happens is that you look at the products that are being sold or toys that are being bought. You can come up with all these ideas. And so all the ideas are inside that box called Walmart.
And I know you. I know. My God. And I'll refer back. I'll refer back to one of my favorite shows, Chicago PD, for example.
Okay.
They had the Walmart bag there or whatever, and then there's a little girl that comes out on there also who did like a little show for her parents or whatever.
Okay.
So she had all these toys, all these toys or whatever. And when I looked at those toys, because we have a granddaughter, my husband has a granddaughter that's 5 years old, I thought about, oh my God, that would be so great for Millie. Like right away, I'm already thinking if she has it, like, oh my God, and the parents, right? Isn't it weird?
That
how
was a chaser, and it works.
Totally
Right?
works.
It works. So when we and again, let's get to this question, about how you pick a show.
Yeah, how you pick a show.
So all the shows I can name today. So there's all the shows that we're doing in today's time. They are a reflection of a business that's already present. So for example, Cave Woman. Okay. So even though she's doing Airbnbs, why does the word Cave Woman is so effective? Because of the Jetsons. Okay. And because of Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Okay. And because everybody's interested in underground things, right? And you can see, what's that? Bass? Is it Bass Shop?
Bass Pro.
Bass Pro is starting to sell more about people camping and going underground and bomb shelters and all that. What perfect idea to do a Cave Woman?
And then I think it's two great words: cave and woman.
Woman, yeah.
So people are like, wait.
Now, add the other element in there, the women element. See, right now, the women element is very powerful for reality TV. So somebody needs to be the next Martha Stewart. Somebody needs to be that person, but in a different setting. That's not that in a setting that is non-scripted.
Yeah, even in the show Lost World, remember that show where they got lost somewhere? I don't know, this dad and two kids or something. Right. They had a cave, and they turned it into their home.
Oh, that's an
That's the old one.
The land of the lost.
The land of the lost.
The land of the lost. Remember that? That was a cave. That was a cave, and they.
God, we're showing our ages.
Yeah, let me tell you, when I was fairly young, I used to love it. I used to think, oh my God, and I used to actually envision myself in turning a little cave into my own little space.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's nothing like that.
Yeah.
So that show is definitely
land
popular,
of the
and they'll be able to check that out at the right time.
No, and I love the fact
cool.
because the way you're saying how you come up with the show, because they're in my industry,
Right.
Latinos, Chicanos, and stuff that are all wanting to do films and documentaries.
I wish I could tell you the Latino shows that I got coming, but I can't tell you the names. But
hold it there, because what I hear what you're giving good nuggets on how to find the next project. But I believe like people in our industry, we haven't caught it yet because we want to do what we want to do,
right.
and push it on you that you need to like
take my idea because I create this idea,
and
the networks are going, it's not my idea.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not my idea. It's not what's in. You're
and watch this. It's not brandable.
It's not brandable.
It's not brandable. And then they can't make money.
And they get hurt.
And they get hurt.
The industry is shutting them down.
And what they got to realize is that Hollywood and your box, your networks are not about making television programs. They're not about making movies. They're about making a profit. That's it. If they can't make a profit, they don't care what your idea is. So your idea has to move a product.
That's right.
Everything has to move a brand. And if you got the right company, your brand can move. So you just got to know how to fit in there. And if you can fit your brand or have the opportunity anytime to be inside a reality TV show, go for it. Because you're going to have instant eyes. And here's the thing. After you have the instant eyes and it replays, that's more profitability. So every time it shows, you're going to get a minimum of 150,000 eyeballs. And then if you just do the math, you're going to get sales out of that just by reflex.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the problem, and I know I'm shifting a little bit, but I'm talking about the Latino community, but because I'm in that community where we talk, and I see people, my friends that are, they're guerrilla shooters and stuff, and they're out there shooting, and now they're doing another project, and I look at it what it's about, but in my head I'm like, it ain't gonna go anywhere.
It's not going to go anywhere. And I see that in all kinds of communities. The black community, the Latino community, just all of them. Because people are excited to pick up a camera, tape something, record something, and thinking their idea is going to get picked up somewhere or it's going to go viral. That's all they're thinking. But a business owner cannot operate that way. They have to be intentional. So they back away from people like that. And so they might have a misconception about how to connect because they're thinking, okay, that's just social media, right? I'm not on Facebook. I don't do, Instagram. I don't do TikTok. Why should I do Connect? It's because their mind is thinking it's just different.
Yeah.
And in reality, they got to understand the brand. Your brand ability has to be in front of consumers. Okay, consumers that want to connect with your brand.
That's right.
Right, and so with regards to reality TV, we can tell if the brand's going to sell by looking at the average buyer. The average buyer in a store spends $25 to $57 in every store.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
and so if you can find, and you can literally look at almost every company and see where that's at. Yeah, and you can tell if that company is a local business, a regional business. Statewide business, tri-state, or nationwide. And so it goes down.
I have something.
No, go ahead.
So,
I'm listening. I'm
No,
really
I like this
absorbing.
because, and we use this company because they are one of our members, but we're going to utilize you as an example only. We talked about Bun Street last time. We took Bun Street because we said, you broke it down for Monica and myself, and I wanted you to break it down for them. Where why wouldn't Bun Street want to market nationally? When people are coming to West Covina to visit, they're always looking for somewhere new to eat. But if they're only promoting to the residents here, of course, they might not even survive because it's like you took a number and you said only like 3%, less than 3% would eventually even come here. But why wouldn't you want to market nationally? Why wouldn't you want to market? Because you're right. People have to pass through West Covina on the 10 freeway every day. And if you give like Let's Connect now an opportunity to brand you and put you out there, when someone who wants to pull over, hey, I know this spot because I've heard it, because now they're branding. Now you're getting outside visitors eating at your place and posting about you.
Okay. This is just perfect for me to make this
Okay.
tape. This is so good.
It's juicy. I just served it up on a platter for you.
You did. Because I want to give you a right now example.
Okay.
Okay?
We like
Right
that.
now example is this is a conversation between me and an individual that is in Pakistan. And I'm talking to this gentleman. This is his restaurant. Okay? And he's thinking about, and I don't think you guys can see that.
I can see it.
I can see. So this individual is thinking about coming to America
Oh, that looks so good.
with his brand, with his product. And he's asking questions about how he can connect in a reality show and do his brand and open up his restaurant in another location in the United States. And so what he's doing is that he's starting to do all his research to determine how he can do that.
Wow.
And this is my conversation.
amazing.
This is my conversation with this guy. And this was yesterday at 7:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Wow.
7:30 in the morning. Me and him are having a dialogue about his business being expanded to the United States. So why wouldn't a company that says, okay, we're only going to market here, and this is, and I would say a lot of times, and I'm going to go back to this word evolve. It's not this company's challenge because they don't understand it. Is they have to understand that the market has evolved. It's not our fault, right? We just saw it. We just see it. And there's nothing you can do. Yes, that model would work in the 70s. It would. And the reason for it is because people are not communicating, 40 and 50 miles away. And it makes sense to what you described. But it doesn't make business sense because even though a person has a restaurant here, why can't he get a tourist that is from Japan or somebody from Australia? Why can't somebody from Australia come to his business?
Right. I've seen it online.
I've seen a line.
I wanna taste this.
I want to taste this.
Yeah.
You're right.
Back in the day, back in the 70s, like you said, even in the early 90s, it still was word of mouth, Or if you go here, make sure you go visit only by name.
Only by name.
You couldn't even find them anywhere unless,
Before I would go to, I would go to, if I'm in Spain, somebody would say, okay, here's where to go. And we'll find a restaurant.
Yeah.
Whether it's New York or wherever. And
word of mouth. But now,
now you have to have a presence,
a presence on social media, and that's how I found a lot of places. I mean,
you got to have a right now presence, and your
Yes.
presence has to be in every state, every country.
Yes.
You need to be present in every state, in every country.
So Cake Box, the show Cake Box,
I remember
Cake
that.
Boss,
Cake
right?
Box, yeah.
Yeah. So I was always watching it. I liked it. My mouth would always get watered because I love sweets. I love cakes, whatever, cookies, whatever. So I was really into that show. Well, when I went to New York City, and I visited, one of its bakeries.
Did you?
Yes, in a corner.
Okay.
The disappointment was heart crushing.
Oh, why? It wasn't that good.
It wasn't good at all.
So now let's take that. Let's take a good one.
Yeah.
At Cat's Dinery.
Okay.
Now, because I'm from New York.
Okay.
If anybody listens, you got to go to Cat's.
Okay.
Okay. Cat's Dinery is the bomb. It's the best. The pastrami sandwich. OMG.
Okay.
Okay.
I take your word for it.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Okay.
But see, they advertise on a global scale. Right? And one of the best steakhouses in the world is Peter Luger's. It's in New York. So but all those brands, because they have a global presence. So why not right here in this city, that every brand should have a global presence?
that's right.
Not a local presence, a global presence. Well, I sell doors. Ain't nobody coming here. Let the guy buy the door that's in Pakistan.
No, you're right. Because if you have that mentality, you're limiting yourself subconsciously. You're limiting yourself. You're literally limiting yourself.
You have to reevaluate why you're in business. You're in business to multiply your ideas and concept. If you put a limit on multiplying, then you need to reevaluate if you are really a business owner. Because a real business owner is passionate about giving away, I'm talking about not profitability, but giving their items to people, getting it into them, whether it's a restaurant or whether it's an item. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Ralph. This is Mike. We're Munoz & Munoz Attorneys at Law, here to help you guys for all your legal needs. Mike, tell them what we do.
So we do personal injury, car accidents, semi-accidents, premise liability, slip and falls, even dog bites. We do it all. Call us if you have any injuries involved in an accident. We're here for you to help. Thank you.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle with Prospectors Federal Credit Union. We are now a division of Certified Federal Credit Union. Just wanted to come and say hello and actually inform you guys of the new brand news that we do have going on. As mentioned before, we are now a division of Certified Federal. What does that mean for all of you? A lot of great things. We're not going anywhere, but we are expanding your capabilities of getting to your funds. But I did want to share a special promotion that we do have right now. We do have a low fixed rate credit card, as low as 8.9%, and we do not go higher than 17.9. But what does that mean for you? You also get 0% for that first 6 months. Holidays are coming. You're going to be doing some spending. Let's see what we can do about getting those payments down for you come the new year. My name is Danielle with Prospectors Federal Credit Union, a division of Certified, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. You can reach me directly at 909-396-9688, extension 2240, or 909-504-7371. I hope to talk to you all soon.
Whether you're seeking new clients, partners, or opportunities, Megamix Connect is your gateway to instant connections that could transform your business. Whether you're an attendee eager to discover fresh ideas, a business owner ready to showcase your brand, or a sponsor looking to make an impact, the Megamix Expo is where you need to be. Join us as an attendee, exhibitor, or sponsor and take advantage of this incredible opportunity.
Okay, I
All
got
right, we are back. I'm just kidding.
it. You don't have to.
I'm just
Doing an intro.
You don't need to do the intro.
I know.
Why we keep doing intros? We do intros every 3 seconds.
So I just want to know, what's the most rewarding part of your job?
You kind of answered that question.
Yeah,
right?
she asked that. He asked.
No, I want to know because
so-
I just want to know from his own personal perspective.
Personal, not. Well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Because you told me when I treated you to coffee or tea, whatever your
I got
new
this
tea.
tree bomb. This is the
Yeah.
Marky Mark. This is
Yeah, Marky Mark tea. No, I asked you. I think I asked you. Oh my God! Did I just forget my question?
No. You
did.
know about what I do and
Yeah.
what actually you want, like what makes me tick.
No,
concerning that,
you
or-
said no. I know exactly what we're talking about. You were saying that that you love your job, that it doesn't feel like a job. We're reminiscing back to when we
Right.
used to have to wake up and we're not happy
Oh,
about going
yeah.
to work and things like that. So, and you said you're happy about what you do now and
I
where
love
you're
it.
at.
I love
Yeah.
what I do because I liked film because I was involved on the finance side. Being able to help an investor make his return on investment. That was. But see, I didn't have any creative involvement, and seeing a owner and a reality TV show go from conception to marketplace and his brand actually get exposed, and then they're happy because they're more profitable, and then the team gets to work, the network gets the benefit, and you sit back and you watch that whole scenario and you see how everybody wins. I think there's no greater reward than seeing somebody win. I don't
That's
think
pretty
you
cool.
can. Yeah, I don't think you can get anything better than that. So if I was to look at and think about what is the most rewarding thing about reality TV or being an executive producer doing that, it's seeing everybody win. It's not even it's not just like in film. You're happy because you create this idea and everybody follows along and the script is made and everybody plays these parts and it's like a harmony that happens. But for me, sitting back and from where I sit at, by putting the entire team together and bringing all the execs from whether ABC, NBC or their backgrounds, putting them all together and then seeing the show manifest, the greatest joy is looking at the owner and the person that owns the show IP and seeing their entire family impacted.
Wow.
There's nothing greater than that.
Oh, I can only imagine. Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, from what I can see, I know that your personality is just so outstanding. I don't know. When I came this morning, when I woke up this morning, I was kind of like, it's another day. I do love what I do, but it's just I have to warm up to this guy too.
Dude,
on top of
seriously has to warm up.
on top of everything else.
Sometimes the car right here is quiet. Okay, I got to say to her, "I'll let you warm up to me." Okay,
But then Mark walks in, and
that's
decides
my
to tell
energy.
you-
What's up? And she's like, "Oh my god."
He's just so comfortable, just walks in, puts his feet up on a red leather couch,
Let's go!
And so I had no choice but to snap out of it, So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you.
Awesome.
No, that's what the good thing about you, Mark. Yeah, you have a great personality, and I think doing what you love to do comes out from a person because it's genuine, it's passion, and when people would talk to you, and that's why I think I connected with you, because even in the past when we used to just talk to each other, it's just the connection of who we are and our passion.
Right.
Our passion for what we do, and it just excites one another and stuff. And that's why Monica and myself, even what we do, I mean, there's days she knows when I'm having a little bit of a bad day. I know when she's having a bad day,
Sure.
but yeah, we try to uplift each other and stuff. But no, man, you're doing a great job. I love the
you
fact
guys
that
are
you do.
doing a great job here. I think that can I talk about the chapter?
Of course.
Yeah,
of
I was
course.
just really excited. Okay, it's just a couple of minutes because I know we got to go off the.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so what I really got excited about is sharing with you, and when you had asked me the question, what I saw here, and again, I guess the audience probably don't know this, but my retainer is $475K per year to provide business advice and strategies that involve around investments and investment strategies for companies. And so I've done them for Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 200 companies. And I've been in those rooms. I've been in those boardrooms inside that circle where you don't provide a solution. You provide an answer. And that's different.
Right.
Because anybody can do solutions and ideas, but you have to be the answer.
Wow.
And so when I was talking to you, I really believe that as more people connect, that this organization will eventually enter into chapters where other executives and other VPs and other presidents can take on that role. And once they begin to do that, if they can see that, that's the value of being connected becomes extremely valuable. It's more valuable because the chamber is not designed to do that. But the chamber can even function better if you have more chapters.
Yeah. No, I appreciate
And so I like
yeah.
that idea.
Yeah. No, I did too. I did too. I was very motivated when you left. I was very motivated. I
So it's
felt-
coming.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so when we look
Definitely.
at that, we talked about it coming, and hopefully this summer it will be the beginning of these chapters that will come into the next year, and one by one they'll begin to blossom.
Oh,
It all
absolutely.
starts with the seed. It all starts with people saying, "Yeah, I would like to be a president of a chapter," and that's where the most value will come in an organization like this. And I will say this: I like, what do you call it? Constructive criticism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
constructive
no,
criticism.
absolutely.
Yeah. So otherwise, you fall under it's like an 80-20 rule. You're going to be doing 80% of the work in one location, and that's where your bandwidth will disappear.
Yeah, and I feel
So
like yeah.
you'll plateau.
Yeah.
You can only go so far with so many programs
Yeah.
in one location. But the moment you go to chapters, your first chapter is going to cause other chapters to come. You're going to have a female chapter. It can be a male chapter. It could be a blue collar chapter. It's just the chapters under being connected.
Yeah.
Let's get connected.
No,
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
really see it, and I even feel it right now because I feel like being here in the city of West Covina, where back in the day, and not to put our city down, I mean it is still a great city.
Evolving.
We have but I see that we've tapped out, in West Covina. But that's why I love the name of our business, the Greater West Covina, because the greater that word was integrated on there because we can branch out to anywhere,
Abu Dhabi does not care. It's in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is looking for people in LA. In fact, they have a convention coming up, where they're advertising to people in LA. And they're 15,000 miles away.
Yeah.
You got to think about that. So yeah, you can still be the greater, but your reach is just greater.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Exactly.
Let's go.
All right. Thank you.
Well, no, thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate you taking the time to come out here. We'll definitely try to do some more things together, so where we could give advice and trainings and stuff. Because that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
we want
Let's do
to
it.
enhance the businesses here. We want to, educate them, enlighten them, and motivate them to want to think differently now, evolve.
I want my retainer.
Yeah.
She got my money too. 475. 75 for 8 hours.
I'm just trying to get
I'm gonna get mine.
$475. I'm just
I'm just trying to get 4,700.
come on now. No, thank you.
No,
I really
I'm kidding. But yeah, this
No,
has been
appreciate
great.
this.
I think this is wonderful. I'm glad to be here. See you guys soon. Bye bye.
Well, he said bye, but we still got to say bye. Gosh. Make
I
sure.
don't know if I liked his goodbye.
I know he's like, bye. I'm going to stop it right there. No. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you guys tune in every week, Monday, 7 a.m. right here. Let's
Wait a
Connect
minute.
Now.
Wait a
What,
minute.
what?
Wait a minute. Let me do it.
Okay, go ahead. You
Okay. Make sure you guys tune in.
do it. Really, you want to do it, but yeah, you're
Okay,
pointing
what
at me.
day? Give me the day again. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the
Every
close.
Monday, 7 a.m.
Okay. Okay, guys, thank you for joining us. Make sure you tune in every Monday, 7 a.m. right here on this network. We'll see you then. Remember, connect! Connect!